stable coming down to meet the fans. Also, the Euros are going to be televised, and also some big name live performers up your sleeve as well, which I think are going to be revealed in good time. Talking of big performers, Francesca Hennessy, great to see you up here at top table. Fight number 4, progressing nicely. What do you want to show us on Saturday night, and just how excited are you to be on the big platform again?
Oh, do you know, I'm really, really excited. You know, it's my first stadium fight, and I've been really working on things since my last fight. I've been working on putting the pressure on my opponents to make them feel like they're in quicksand, you know. So I'm really, really working on things, and I'm really excited and happy to be on this massive card.
How much do you think is still to come? I know Bradley Skeet, your dad, Mick, good to see you here as well. Mick, got high hopes for you, and they say you're a quick learner. So under the bright lights on Saturday, what do you think that you can show us that you have gone away and worked on since you fought in February against Laura Valdebenito?
Oh, you know, I've been working on all the things I needed to perfect. So just, as I said, more of the pressure, also the back foot. You know, you can never be 100% at everything. You can always learn. So I'm just going in there, and I'm going in to put on a show, you know, for all these supporters who are coming to spend their hard-earned money to all watch us all fight. And I believe they deserve a very exciting performance, and that's what I'm going in there to give.
I think everybody's going to give the same answer, but there's some big egos and some big names on this card. But how rewarding would it be at the end of the night that people are talking about Francesca Hennessy? Is that your aim to make sure everybody's talking about you when the show's all said and done?
Yeah, look, definitely. I believe people will be talking about me after this fight. Every fight, you know, you want people talking about you and talking about your performance, how exciting it was, and knowing that you've entertained people. That's the most important thing as well, I think. So, I'm really excited to put on a show.
Francesca, wish you all the best. Just a quick word on Francesca, Ben. I think when Mick came to everybody, came to Sky, came to you at BOXXER and said, look, she needs the big stage. I think we've heard fathers and we've heard, you know, trainers say, I've got this great prospect, and it doesn't always come true, but so far so good from Francesca. She has lived up to billing.
Yeah, I mean, she brings something different. We've done a lot in women's boxing. Savannah Marshall, Natasha Jonas, Lauren Price, all world champions, all had great journeys. Carrie Sartingstall as well. The difference with Fran, they're all Olympians. They're all girls with great amateur careers. Mick felt Fran has to turn over early. She's got that professional style. She brings something that you don't really see in women's boxing. And I think her name is going to be right in that mix with those big stars. But as I say, I don't believe we've seen a talent like this in women's boxing before. Someone that boxes and moves, someone that's made for the professional stage. She's the youngest ever, or the youngest women's licensed boxer in the whole country. She's the first of that generation. You know, most of the fighters that we signed, 30 plus, coming at the end of a 10-year long amateur career. This is something very different. And as I say, she'll have her name up with the Savannahs, with the Tashas, with the Laurens very, very soon. And delighted to have her in the stable and building the next stars of women's boxing.
I should say well done to Savannah Marshall on her PFL MMA debut at the weekend as well. Let's go down to the other end. Dan Aziz, great to have you back. And it is a chance to get straight back on the horse after a first career defeat to your good friend Joshua Buatsi. So what have you gone away and thought about, worked on, and what do you want to show us?
I've just gone away, gone back to the drawing board, and just realized, you know, there's always room for improvement. There's always so much more to learn. And, yeah, I'm just ready to prove that I'm, you know, still one of the best light heavyweights, not only in Britain, but in the world. And this is where the journey starts again. Just like when I first turned over, had to work my way up. Again, taking the defeat, you know, gone back, and now we climbed the ladder again.
I've heard fighters talk about it before. You almost feel that you're invincible. Now you know that you're human. How do you process defeat, and how desperate are you to not feel that feeling again?
Do you know what? It's not so much about processing the defeat, because we all are human. You know, there's boxers, greats that I couldn't even tie their shoelaces, that have got multiple losses and whatnot. But this is where, you know, you define your character, and you know really and truly who you are. It's all good when you're winning and, you know, you're getting this belt and everything's plain sailing. But when you get that knockback, it's how you come back from it, you know, how you challenge adversity. And I think June 15th, as much as I say, yeah, you know, I'm back on it and whatnot, when I get in there, that's when the true me, the true character Super Dan Aziz, what he's about is going to show after a loss. So, yeah.
Yeah, great message. What about Havoya Sepp? Very, very good amateur. He was in the WSB as well. He's a handful. If he's coming to win, then we expect that he is, because he's probably looking at you thinking he's coming off a defeat. This is a good time to get him. I think TV fight-wise, though, stars should really gel in that one. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, no, for sure. In training, my coaches just kept saying, you ain't got to look for this guy. So, and I just reply, yeah, you ain't got to look for me. So I think this is going to be, one of those fights. I'm looking forward to it. Like you said, he has an extensive amateur pedigree. He's tough. He's durable. I know boxers who have fought him and say, he really comes for it. So, I'm looking forward to it.
I think any card benefits from having Dan Aziz on it, just because of the fights that he's been in have been so TV friendly. When you decided to come to Selhurst Park, how important was it that you had good local talent on there, and Dan Aziz definitely ticks that box?
Yeah, he's a fan favourite. He's become one of the most popular fighters in British boxing. But for me, the BOXXER fight was a learning fight. It was his first fight at world level. He'll look back on that with a little bit more experience at that world level and felt he could have won that night. And that's what this is now all about. He wants the big fights. If it was up to him, he'd be fighting Lyndon Arthur on Saturday night. I believe he'll be fighting him next. This is still a tough fight. It's great to have him back. South London and proud, and it's great to have him in the stadium like this. But that light heavyweight division, that British light heavyweight division, is absolutely huge right now. And Dan wants to get right back to the top of that, and I believe he will. Yeah,
definitely. Echo that message. Light heavyweight division is really cooking at the moment domestically. Let's move to the cruiserweights. And good to see Jack Massey. Good to see you. So the gym's flying at the moment. You helped Lawrence Okoye prepare, and he went out there and did the business in Poland. Now it's your turn. How confident are you that you beat Isaac Chamberlain on Saturday? And what have you got to do to beat him?
Listen, I'm the most confident I've ever been going into a fight. I just know I've got this. It was my little girl's first birthday yesterday, and I told her before I left to come down here, I'm bringing you 2 nice shiny presents back home. He'll have to have a shotgun in that ring on Saturday night. He's not going to stop me. There's no stopping me. I'm going to be like a man possessed.
I've already heard the phrase from some pundits, so I'm picking the upset. And some people have pulled me and said, well, what would actually be the upset? Do you see yourself as a favourite or an underdog going into this? I mean, in some ways, do you have to adopt that underdog mentality anyway?
Listen, I don't read into it too much what other people say. I know I'm a level above him, and I know I'm going to beat him on Saturday night. That's all there is to it.
What do you think of Isaac as a fighter?
He's a good fighter. He's up there. I think he's he had his back and forth with Vidal's and his Chevs, and I think he's a level above them guys, and I think he deserves to be at this level. But I just think I'm a level above him, and get that job done on Saturday night, and we can look for world title level.
What do you think that you do better than him?
I'm better than him all around. He's a clown, and you can tell he's nervous. He's clowning around. It's what it is, mate. You just got to man up. It's what it is. Don't be nervous. Don't clown around. You're showing it a bit too much. Just be a man about it. Get in the ring and have a fight. You don't need to do all this clowning around.
Oh yeah, you think I'm nervous? Yeah. All right then.
Well, let me ask you: are there any nerves there? It's the gateway. It's the European title in its own right, which is a big belt, and it should be given its moment.
No,
but this is also the gateway to big fights, notably potentially the top of the bill, Chris Billam-Smith and Richard Riakporhe down the line.
Yeah, no nerves. It's just excitement. I like being in this environment, man. I like seeing everybody coming out, a big fight feeling. It's just nice to be a part of. I like soaking things like this in, because one day you're not going to be able to do it anymore. So why not enjoy myself and be myself instead of big stiff Jack over there acting all serious like Shrek, bro. Just be calm, bro. I'm calm. This is just who I am. I'm not trying to play a part, bro. Like, I'm just chilling.
You are a brilliant wind-up merchant, though, if I do say so myself.
I wouldn't say I'm a wind-up merchant. I'm just being myself, man. Just be myself, bro. I love it. Are you looking at what he's doing?
Do you believe that you're getting under Jack's skin?
I don't care. I don't care. I could or couldn't. I don't care. It's just I'm just enjoying myself and enjoying the fight week, because the preparations is done. The hard training and the hard stuff is done. Now it's just about enjoying the moment and enjoying Saturday night when South London is full up.
You did go head-to-head yesterday, though, and it was a serious head-to-head. And when Savage Dan asked Jack how he sees the fight going, he said it ends up with Isaac flat on his back. What was your response to that?
Have I ever been flat on my back before?
Well, no one's kept you there.
Okay. Like, and he's gonna be the first one to do it.
Jack, he said, are you going to be the first to do it?
I didn't hear a word what he said there.
He said,
Are you going to be the first person
to put you on the deck?
Flat on my back.
I'm not your spark out. Told you.
Whatever, man. That's just, you know what you are, bro.
I don't.
You're just a big lump, bro. You're just a big lump that can fight a bit. You're going to throw the jab, the right hand, the left hook. You're going to come, and young Gallagher's going to go, come on, use the jab, son. Go on. I see through you, bro. And I know what's going to happen on Saturday night. We got a game plan for you. We got a game plan. You're just going off your win over Joseph Parker, your loss over Joseph Parker, that you survived. And at the end of the rounds, you was all celebrating because you never got knocked out. Don't do that, brother. Don't do that. You were just celebrating like, oh my days, we survived Joseph Parker. Oh my God, let's start jumping for joy because you survived.
Listen, we're 2 days away. We'll see.
We'll see what?
We'll see.
What are we going to see?
You're going to find out in the first round when they land on you.
Huh?
Your face is going to be...
Huh?
It's going to be able to tell by your face.
What? All I can... I can't understand what you're saying.
You're a clown, mate. Have a little bit more respect for yourself.
That's what they all say until they
You're showing your nerves. You're showing your nerves.
Well, I think we can all agree that this one has got all the potential for a good fight.
I don't know why you're looking at Ben. Ben isn't going to help you.
What?
I don't know why you're looking at him. He's not going to back you up.
I'm not going to lie. Someone needs to fix these mics.
Just me and you Saturday night. Just me and
you. Need to fix the mics.
Well, Ben, just a word on that fight. I think I caught a stray there for some of them generic, boring questions, but I'll let you off that one.
I never heard.
Okay, don't worry. Very rarely does a replacement fight perhaps tick more boxes than the original. Best of wishes to Michel Sislak in his recovery. But when Jack Massey stepped in, I think UK fight fans certainly all sat up in their chairs. This is a very, very good fight.
It's a huge fight. For me, as I said, the top 4 cruiserweights in the country on one card, 2 50-50 fights. Isaac's worked hard to be here. When we first got involved with him, he took Chris Billam-Smith on 6 weeks' notice and always gives us great fights. Jack Massey, I've known him for a long time as well. Obviously, Isaac mentioned his Joseph Parker fight there, but he's a tough man and one of the best cruiserweights in the country who will really fancy his chances. It's a 50-50 fight. I can't call it. It's a lot on the line. It's a European title, and the winner will have an eye on the winner of the main event as well. That's how big this fight is in both these men's careers. And so, yeah, I think for me, the fight of the night, and one I'm really looking forward to.
Well, best of luck to both fighters. Let's move on to our next fight, which was born at a press conference at exactly this point during Wardley Clark fight week. Ezra Onyeka, perhaps, I think in the nicest possible terms, not many people knew too much about you before that press conference. On Saturday night, are we going to know a hell of a lot more? Can you be the man to beat Ben Whittaker?
First of all, I want to say thanks, Jah, thank God, Alhamdulillah, thanks to the universe for putting me here today. It's not by my power, but by God's power. On June 15th on Saturday, a new light heavyweight prospect is going to be born, and the British boxing fans are in for a treat. Get crashed in the press conference a few months ago. I was getting me here today. Everything was calculated, and I'm happy. Yeah, the fight has been made. The hard work has been done. I have a great task to accomplish fighting Ben Whittaker. He's a great fighter. He's an Olympian. He's slick, got skills. But I bring the power. He brings the skill, but I bring the will. So it's going to be a different ball game, and it's just exciting. I'm excited. I feel like a kid in Disneyland because this is what dreams are made of, and I just can't wait to perform and see what I'm made of, see what Ben is made of, and give the great British boxing fans a night to remember.
Ben Whittaker, bring you straight in. The line that you gave us at the time was, I'm going to make sure nobody does this again. I'm going to punish Ezra to show that you can't just turn up at a press conference, land yourself a fight. So what's your response to him now? Now it's here.
Firstly, quick little a round of applause, because I don't know where you was yesterday. You went missing. So I'm so thankful you turned up. Fighting for my first title. I thought I was going to be shadowboxing. You know what I mean? So thank you for turning up. And you're going to see why I'm not no undercard. I'm the main event come Saturday.
What do you have to do to beat him?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm just going to be Ezra Onyeka and perform.
Just be yourself.
That's it.
And every time you walk to that ring, just know it's going to get scarier and scarier and scarier. When you're getting your hands wrapped, it's okay. Your heart will race a little bit. But just make sure you take some deep breaths and you got a couple of water bottles to calm yourself down. When you're tying your boots, when you're putting your shorts on, it's going to get scarier and scarier and scarier. It's okay. I'll take you through a couple rounds. It will be painful, but I'll take you through. Every time you're about to stumble, I'll pick you back up. But don't worry, man. It will be over before you know it.
Yeah, no problem. Fear is my friend, so it's okay. It's gonna be a great night, and we're just gonna have fun. So yeah, let's go, champ.
You're actually, I do want to make sure that this gets reported. So you're balancing your life at the moment. So this is a huge chapter, and at the end of this month, you've got another huge chapter. You'll be Dr. Ezra Onyeka, is that right?
Yeah. So throughout camp, I've been working on my thesis, my PhD thesis, while training every day. So submit the thesis end of this month. Hopefully, by end of this year, I defend it. Then I become a doctor. So yeah. So it's been a great camp and 2 turning points for me in my life. So yeah, I'm excited. As I said, I'm like a kid in Disneyland.
Ben, that would make it the doctor against the surgeon. So who comes out on top in that?
That sounds cute. But at the end of the day, he's 12-0, 10 knockouts. He's got more knockouts than I got fights. You know what I mean? But when I do what I do, I put on my display, you see why I'm different to these type of guys.
Do you believe that you have seen the likes of Ezra Onyeka before being a world-class amateur international Olympian, that people can talk it, that you haven't seen anything like me before, but deep down you feel that you have boxed someone like him before?
Yeah, you know, I've seen this style many, many times. You don't get to buy Olympic medals. I worked hard for it. And at the end of the day, he's taught the talk. Saturday's got to walk the walk. I've done this many, many times. I'm comfortable up here. Just make sure you turn up Saturday and put on a great fight for the fans.
Yeah, as I said, it's going to be a great night of boxing. Me and Ben, we're going to put on the line. Hopefully, we can create the first round like Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns. I know he likes Tommy Hearns, so let's go. So me and him can get it done, and everyone going to be excited, and you're going to get your money's worth on June 15th.
Well, we wish you both all the best. Ben Shalom, I mean, I think we both looked at each other during that press conference. I'm not sure I believed that it would manifest itself and lead to this point, but it has. Ben Whittaker has that target on his head. Everybody wants to be the first man to beat Ben Whittaker, and it does lend itself to this type of spectacle. You know, we're going to find out.
Yeah, I think it's time for Ben to make another statement. There is not another fighter where we get more requests to fight, inundated with light heavyweights all over the world that want to fight Ben Whittaker because of what he brings. And he's got to make a statement of why that's the wrong thing to be doing. I think Ezra's a great opponent. He's coming here with heavy hands, 10 knockouts out of 12. It should play into Ben's hands. But yeah, it's time to make another statement. This is the last fight before hopefully we headline in the hometown in September, and it's a stadium show. And for me, it's a fight to really look out for and to really watch with Ezra coming in like this.